Canon, delighting you always.
RF lenses, born of Canon's pursuit of the ideal lens, represent new possibilities in photographic expression. With its large diameter and short back focus, the RF mount unlocks the potential of imaging for a new age. When light passes through a lens, it is refracted. More refraction results in more aberrations that have a negative effect on image quality, especially on the outer edges of the image. Back focus is the distance between the lens's rear element and the sensor. If it's too far, the light entering the rear element gets condensed, making aberration correction difficult. To counteract this and improve image quality, the front element needs to be enlarged, resulting in bulkier lenses. With a short back focus, on the other hand, the rear element can be placed closer to the sensor, so the light rays are more spread out, allowing for precise aberration correction. What's more, the RF mount's large diameter allows for wider lens elements to be placed near the sensor. This reduces light refraction and eliminates the need to excessively bend light rays as with small diameter lens mounts. These characteristics minimize aberrations and facilitate more effective lens arrangement, making possible higher image quality and high-spec performance in more compact designs. One obstacle with a short back focus is that the detrimental light rays produced by reflections within the lens hit the image plane, resulting in flaring and ghosting. Canon employs lens coating technologies to prevent this. A special multi-layer coating on the lens surface, known as ASC, reduces light reflection. Another coating comprised of countless nano-sized wedges align tightly together on the lens surface to reduce reflection, known as SWC, minimizes flare and ghosting to make a short back focus possible. A 12-pin electronic connection further strengthens communication between the camera and lens, enabling high-speed, large-volume data transfer and future-proofing the system for many years to come. This enhanced connection allows the camera to make corrections tailored to each lens and achieve high-precision image stabilization, resulting in exquisite image quality. Ever focused on the future of imaging, Canon continues to strive for even higher image quality.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Canon Talks. No, this is Aaron Garcia of Canon Marketing Philippines. During our last Canon Talk, no, or Canon Talks on food photography last month, we received several requests, no, to have part two, and we did it face to face last weekend at Cyberzone SM Makati with Michelangelo, no? And it was indeed a success, no? But tonight, another interesting topic, no, about tips and techniques, no, in joining photo contests, no. Recently, Canon created a photo contest entitled Online Photo Challenge Shoot with Canon RF Lenses. And of course, Pinoy Pride was our theme, and hopefully, early week of November, we will announce the winners. Okay. So before I formally introduce our photography masters, no, and the Canon brand ambassadors, to give their personal reviews, no, tips, and thoughts on participating entries, no, during the critic portion of this podcast, no. Allow me to welcome my colleagues in and Canon, Mr. JV Ruanto. He's the product manager for camera division. JV, hello.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hello, JV. And of course, Mr. Jeff Geronimo. He's the head of content creation team. So, good evening, Jeff.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, guys.
Okay, so JV, no, would you like to discuss further on the latest update and the strengths, no, of RF lenses available in the market?
Sure. Okay, good evening, everyone. So again, my name is JV Rowanto. I'm the product manager for the camera division, camera business in Canon Marketing Philippines. So I'll be touching up on the RF lenses in general. So why are we promoting the RF lenses? And then what's important about the RF lenses nowadays? So as you know, we have a vast array of lenses when it comes to the EF line. But when we started to introduce the mirrorless line, the full frame mirrorless line of Canon, this is when we need to also develop the new breed of lenses that would technically fit the system of the RF mount. So since the EOSR system for the mirrorless line is using an RF mount, then by right we are promoting as well the native lens that comes with a full frame mirrorless camera. So this, like what I said, is the RF lens. So I'll just touch up on the three key features of or the key benefits of having an RF lens for your RF mount camera or your EOS or full frame mirrorless. So first, it's that it's compact. So when I say compact, meaning since the mirrorless line doesn't have mirrors, kaya nga mirrorless, then the connection between the lens and the sensor is actually closer. So when by right, the operation of this one becomes faster. So in terms of shooting the subjects, it would be more receptive, it would be more sensitive when it comes to shooting your subject using an RF lens using the EOS or RF mount. Of course, as you all know, sa lenses you can actually customize the features of your parang the ano ba to? The rings of your lenses. So commonly used would
Control
be the
ring.
aperture. Yeah, the aperture is can be controlled. So there's one. Next would be the shutter speed. You can actually, I mean the shutter speed you can also control using the lens. But with the RF mount, actually you can customize the control ring. So with the control ring, this is a third ring function that is very specific to the RF mount. So with this, you can actually assign what kind of function you can put on that control ring when it comes to your mirrorless full frame line. And also, I said earlier, in terms of shooting subjects, since it's a native lens to the EOSR mirrorless line, so in terms of shooting, it's faster. So yun yung benefit of having your own RF lenses with to complement, of course, your EOSR mirrorless cameras. So next would be I'll be quickly discussing siguro my top three favorite lenses. Of course, this is the Trinity f2.8. So when you say Trinity, so ito yung parang ano natin. Almost if you have this three, you're almost good to shoot because you have a full coverage of what you can do. So later siguro Jijo and our guest Wesley will elaborate on this. No? So when it comes to promoting the f2.8 Trinity line, this is what's good about the Canon RF lenses. So before, during the EF lenses, meron din tayo na Trinity. So but what's the benefit of this one is that if you go to the next slide, Jeff, so the 2470, the 1535, and the 7200, it actually covers parang from point zero to whatever you want to shoot using this lens. So the 2470 would be your all-rounder lens. So meaning you can carry it with you during travel. Tapos if you want to shoot portrait, because it's 24 to 70, technically you're kind of safe using the 50 to 70 as a portrait lens. And then of course the 1535, you can shoot wide angle landscape with it. So also you can shoot street pag sinagad mo na siya at 35, so that's already a perfect lens, when you go out and then shoot subjects in the street. And of course, telephoto lens. So one misconception about telephoto lens is only for zoom. So actually, it's not only used for zoom photo. So hindi lang siya pang telephoto. Actually, pag sabi kasi telephoto lens, most of the people would say that, oh, it's for sports, or it's only for birding, or far subjects. But actually, there's this resurgence of people using the telephoto lens either for portrait or even for landscape. So with the quality of the RF lenses, since it delivers fast, shooting capability because of the native lens, it also produces good image. So when it comes to the quality of the image, no, when you shoot it with the 7200 using like landscape, you can actually see the corner to corner resolution using the 7200 f2.8. So that's what's good about the RF line of the Canon lenses. So again, these are just the three lenses that we have for the whole RF lenses line. So also, what's good about the three lenses that I mentioned, so there's actually a promo right now for these lenses. So please do visit your nearest dealership, Canon authorized dealers, to know more about the promos that we are actually offering for our RF lenses. So yeah, that's basically it for the RF lenses line that I just want to share with everyone in terms of the quick benefits of what's good when about owning your own RF lens.
All right. Okay. Thank you, JV, no, for that information. And as we always promote, no, for those who would like to be updated sa mga latest promos, discounts, freebies, or upcoming workshops or events of Canon, just visit the Facebook page, no, of Canon PH. All right. So we are now transitioning to the main program of this podcast. So our first guest judge, no, and Canon brand ambassador has 26 years, no, of teaching experience, and he has been mentoring aspiring photographers for the past 14 years, no, and currently works with Canon Marketing Philippines as brand ambassador, and uh, well, in De La Salle University as well, and Philippine Center for Creative Imaging, or the PCCI. Ambassador of Lowepro, Benro, Picture Books, Raptor Case, Sandisk, ViewSonic, and a multi-awarded three-time Master Photographer of the Year, and the Silver Anvil awardee. He is one of the most sought-after photography resource persons in the country, focusing on sports, street, travel, landscapes, nature, and lifestyle. So, guys, please welcome, no, Canon Crusader Flight, Mr. Jijo de Guzman. Jijo, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Good
Yan,
evening,
nakamute lang
Aaron.
si
Good
Jijo.
evening. Ay, okay na
Jijo.
ba?
Yan,
Okay
baka
na ba?
nakamute lang, no?
We can hear you. We can hear Sir Gijo.
All right,
Okay.
okay. So,
Uh,
yeah.
Good
Good
evening. Good evening,
evening.
everyone. JV, Aaron, Jeff, and everyone joining us tonight.
Si Ace, oo,
Thanks
yeah,
for
oo.
being here. We appreciate sharing your time with us, and stick with us because you'll learn a lot. I promise.
Alright, so relax ka muna dyan, no, Jijo. I will introduce our second guest judge and Canon brand ambassador. No, he is also known for being a celebrity and passion photographer. No, he is a highly accomplished photographer and brand filmmaker, known for his ability to capture the beauty and uniqueness of light through his lens. No, with a diverse background that includes degrees in psychology, a brief stint in law school and an MBA. No, he has transformed his passion for photography into a successful 18-year-long career as his production company Parallax Studio. Now, his portfolio includes captivating portraits of celebrities and collaborations with top artists. No, his client let's boost prominent corporation and brands across various industries such as Levi's, Jollibee, and Nestle. So please welcome Canon Crusader of Light, Mr. Wesley Villarica. West, good evening.
Hi, Sir
Baka
Wes.
nakamute lang si West.
Yeah.
Yan.
Hello, everyone.
West,
There you go. Thank you for the very warm
nakamute
welcome,
lang ba si West? Yan.
and
Okay na. Hi,
I'm very
Wes.
happy to be here too.
Okay. Hi, Sir Wes. Thank you.
Hello.
Mga ganap nyo ngayon, no? Jijo and West, no? Lately, alam ko, magpapasko na, maraming mga projects, no? For the season. So, ano bang pinaka-bibisihan nyo ngayon? Jijo? Si Jijo muna?
Um. Yeah. Hi. Good evening again. Well, there's this big event that I'm looking forward to. No. Um. This December, but I think all of a
Mhm.
sudden uh it's not confirmed, so I'll have to wait uh for that to
Mhm.
materialize. But Aaron, with your permission, I wanna
Mhm.
take this opportunity to give a bit of a primer for our session tonight. Para lang yung mga nanonood sa atin
Alright, sige.
may foundation. Yeah, may foundation do sa pag-uusapan natin ngayong gabi, no? So, good evening again, everyone.
Oh,
As
sige,
you know,
sige.
this session is about.
Hmm.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
Yes, Sir G. Yeah. Go, go, go.
Yeah. So, um,
Alright, we hear you. Yeah,
so
okay.
as you guys know, tonight is about contest photography, no? And I just wanted to share a bit of an introduction about it, no? Uh, Contest photography is not for everyone. No? Not all photographers, or not all of our fellow photographers like being challenged. No, they don't like being in a competition against others, and then also being judged at the end of the contest. No, so some don't like that, but to all of you are here now, I'm assuming that you like contest photography. So I'll share with you what I've learned as a contest photographer and as a judge. Joining contests is a great learning tool in photography. No, madami kang matututunan at gagaling ka talaga pag sumasali ka ng contests. How does it help us? No? It For one, it takes you out of your comfort zone. Okay, since you're taken out of your comfort zone, it forces you to grow as an artist, no, as a photographer. It does this by stimulating your creativity, opening your eyes to see beyond the obvious. You also get to compare your works against others, no, other fellow photographers. You get to know more about your gear or learn more about your gear, and more importantly, you get to develop your taste for what is beautiful. Yang kasing taste tinuro sa akin no'n ng mentor ko and tinuturo ko din sa inyo ngayon, ang taste, hindi na ituturo 'yan. Ikaw dapat ang mag-develop niyan. And the only way to do that is to be a thinking and discerning photographer, no? That's the only way to develop your taste for what is beautiful. Now, as contest photographers, here are my tips for you. As an overall rule, you must create entries that are compelling. Okay, when I say compelling, ibig sabihin, they must strongly evoke interest. Okay, they must be interesting. They must deeply captivate the people who look at your photos. Okay, so kumbaga tawag attention yung litrato mo dapat, you know. It calls and grabs attention. Now, how do you do that? How do you create compelling photos? There are a lot of things you can do. You can work on the light, you know, make it more dramatic or cinematic. Okay, nice lighting adds visual drama, no? So, yun pa lang tawag attention niya. You can also create visual stories. If the theme calls for a visual story, you can create a visual story. What is a visual story? It is the element of your photo that conveys a strong message. Okay, yun ang visual story. Ano pa? You can capture decisive moments. Okay, decisive moments are the peak or the essence of what is happening or what you captured. Okay, if you shot a an event or a situation, what is the peak or what is the essence of that situation? That is the decisive moment. You can also shoot unique elements, you know, elements that are not ordinary. Okay, yung bihira natin makita. Okay, yan, mga nakakatawag attention din yan. You can add dynamism. Okay, dynamism is that character of your photo that gives out energy. Okay, yung para siyang buhay, yung litrato mo. Okay, it's breathing, you know, it connects with the viewer. And then of course there's visual design. Okay, visual design is essentially your framing and composition. Okay, kung paano mo dinidesign yung elements mo, yung placement, how you frame and compose your photo can add value to your photo as an entry for a contest. And lastly, technical image quality. Okay, make sure that you use the right shutter speed, the right aperture, the right ISO. Make sure your colors are correct. Your exposure is, I wouldn't say bright or dark. It depends on the situation. Basta kailangan nakamatch yung technical image quality mo dun sa photos mo. So that's my tip for you as a contest photographer. But as a judge, that is who I am tonight. No, I'm a judge. My criteria and standards are the same. Okay, as I've mentioned. No, but except that now as a judge, I compare the entries. Okay, to one another and unify them under one theme. Kasi may theme tayo eh, di ba? Yung Pinoy Pride. So titingnan ko lahat ng mga litrato nyo and then iko-compare ko sila, unifying it under one theme. Okay, so what does that mean? Your entries must strongly adhere to the theme. Okay, even if your entries meet the theme, remember that it's a contest. And so your entry will be compared to the others. So kahit pasok yung entry mo sa theme, pero questionable or yung ibang entries mas pasok dun sa theme, lamang sila. Okay, as far as adherence to theme is concerned. No? So, theme is subject to my interpretation as a judge kasi ako yung judge. So there must be no doubt in my mind that your entry is within the theme. No? And since entries, why is this important? Since entries might come from different genres with different styles of execution, presentation, and ideal settings, in the end, adherence to the theme is the deciding factor for me. Parang tonight, Pinoy Pride, may mga entries na portraits, may entries na landscape, may entries na travel. Okay, paano mo i-judge or paano mo paglalabanin yung mga entries na iba-ibang genre, iba-ibang execution? Mahirap 'yun para sa judge. But one way of unifying them and judging them fairly is through adherence to the theme. So, importante na pasok sa theme yung mga entries nyo. So, yun lang. You'll hear more from me and Wesley tonight as we talk about your entries. Thank you.
Thank you, Jijo. If-follow through ko lang yung question mo because I'll be asking this question also to Wesley, no? What are your RF go-to lenses, no? As required by your genre, no? Since sports
Um,
ka, Jijo, would you like to discuss more about your go-to RF go-to lenses?
okay. Actually, walang bola. Any RF lens is a joy to use, no? I'm sorry, pero for so many years I used the EF lenses, 'di ba? Pero wala na. It's time to leave the EF lenses. Sorry to say that, but it's time to move to the RF lenses. I enjoy any RF lens that I get to use. But my favorites are for every day, it's the 24-105. For sports, as you see in the screen now, I took this photo during the last FIBA World Cup with a R3 and an RF 100 to 300. This is a new lens. It's really fantastic, no? 100 to 300 f2.8, perfect for indoor ball sports like basketball, volleyball, even tennis if you are near the players, no? So that's 100 to 300. And then this one, I also love the 100 to 500 for bigger uh playing arenas like swimming pool, swimming, water polo, football, during daytime. Ayan, 100 to 500. These are what I usually use for sports.
Can you guys hear me?
Hi, Sir Wes. Yes, yes, yes. We can hear you. We can hear you. So, I think follow through with the question of Sir Aaron earlier, no? So, sa'yo naman, Sir Wes, ano naman yung favorite lens mo when you're shooting in your space or zone?
Yeah. So, hi everyone. Well, the favorite lenses that I use are the 24 to 105, like f4. It's just perfect for like yeah, like every situation. I usually shoot with a lot of lighting in my studio, so like I don't really need to use so much of like a wide open aperture. Um, but then when I do go outside, like on location, then I usually like to use like the 85 to 85 millimeter RF. Yeah. So yeah, whenever I'm outside, I don't just use the 85 as a as a portrait lens, but I also use it from afar to create like really like big separation from like the background to the models. And I think it adds a little bit more visual weight, which is for me like one of the reasons why I love photography so much. So like in terms of how I'm going to be judging like your photos, it's a lot of it's going to be about visual weight and technique. Yeah. And then the next lens that I like to use is the 70 to 200 like RF. So this just like there's a huge difference in weight from the previous generation EF lens, and it allows me to shoot not only really captivating portraits but also like using like the higher end of the focal length at 200, execute interesting compositions with the background as opposed to the to my talents, you know. And yeah, just closing in the background, you know. So yeah, those are my three favorite lenses. And yeah,
All
that's you
right.
guys.
Yeah, just a follow through, Wesley. No. since we're talking about photo contest, no, every time you're invited for yeah to judge no photo contest, do you have any criteria or is there a certain element or are there elements that you are looking for in a images when you judge sa mga photo contest?
Yeah. I mean, like for sure, because uh, there are technical aspects that we need to consider. Because like Gijo mentioned earlier, we're judging multi-genre, which makes it very difficult. So I usually look at it from in terms of composition, yeah, and again visual weight, which is like a part of visual design. And then I look at it from uh, how did you best use your camera settings to maximize the potential of the location that you're in.
Mhm.
And uh, like obviously for street shooters you need also to have a mastery of uh, like capturing the decisive moment. And it's a term coined by Bresson, uh, like ages and ages ago. And it's
Yeah.
basically mastering like that timing of everything, and taking that slice. Like that's what I love about photography. It's being able to take that slice out of life and be able to show like the world how you see things.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, no, Wesley, for yung insight, no, and thank you also, Gijo, no, yung mga tips, no, on well, when you join photo contest. With our recently concluded photo challenge, we received several entries, no, using Canon R system and RF lenses. We will revisit them, no, and ask our brand ambassadors to review and provide tips to our participants, no, to improve or enhance more of their shots, no. So shall we start? Let's flash the first image. All right, and giving the floor
Okay.
to Wesley and Jijo.
Okay. Yeah, this first photo is assigned to me. Okay. All right. So it's a nice photo, no? Very sharp. I like the framing, not too tight, not too loose, no? I love the colors, and may bonus tayo na catch light dun sa mata, no? Kasi nakatingin yung bird. Okay. I like this. The only sort of shall we say room for improvement here is adherence to theme. Kasi ang theme natin Pinoy pride. No, okay, hindi ako magmamarunong, no. I'm not a bird photographer. This bird could very well be endemic, no, to the Philippines. I don't know really. But that's the thing. It doesn't convince me that it strongly adheres to the theme. I'm not saying it doesn't, but as the judge, I'm not, very well informed with birds. So hindi ko masabi. So that's my point with adherence to theme. It's a nice shot. I'm not saying it doesn't adhere to the theme, but we could have what if we compare this, for example, the Philippine Eagle, 'di ba? 'Yun, alam na lahat kahit di ka bird expert, alam na lahat na Pinoy pride 'yun. So, 'yun lang. That's it. But this is a very beautiful shot. I love it. I love it. So, congratulations to whoever took this. Okay, next photo is also assigned to me. Okay. Again, I love the mood. Okay, ito yung if you listen to me earlier, ito yung sinasabi kong cinematic light, okay, or visual drama, 'di ba? Tapos the dynamism, no? It gives out energy, that fog. I can almost feel the weather as if I'm there, no? Um okay siya. I love the treatment, the post processing, the colors, everything, the framing, the elements, simple yet powerful, no? But then again, punta tayo dun sa theme. Okay, the theme is Pinoy pride. Um, is this a place that that is very popular in the Philippines? We don't know. The photo doesn't show it, you know. So yun lang ang questionable sa akin. But it's a very powerful image. And again, congratulations to the one who took the photo.
All right. So this one is assigned to me. So yeah, I love the photo. I love like the moment that you get the action the off the skater. I'm not 100% really sold on like the composition. It feels that it's still a little bit too tight on like the left. Um, I would have probably gone a little bit closer, but maybe I don't know. Like if I got closer and I went with a wider angle like lens, I would probably have like a little bit more of a dynamic shot. So, but yeah, yeah. So far, so good. Like it's a good action shot.
Okay, this next photo is assigned to me. Uh, Again, another photo I love. As you know, I'm a sports and action photographer, so anytime there's a photo showing action, it's right up my alley. Okay, eto alam ko, the Philippine duck. So I can relate here. I see this duck in Caliraya Lake, no, where I go sailing. It also says in the caption dun sa when the photographer posted it, no. So it's nice. I love that the flying duck was framed together with the other two. And in photography, there's what we call the power of threes. Threes, no? Tatlo. Tatlo. So, yung pasok na pasok dito. Um, I would have I would have loved other elements, maybe water lilies, but that or flowers, but that's pushing it already, no? Kasi I know you shot it where they were. No? As far as adherence to theme is concerned, pasok siya sa akin sa theme. Pasok, okay siya, nakaka-relate ako. So, this is very good. This is very good. I like the colors. I like the moment. I like the framing. Very well done.
All right. Okay, so this one is assigned to me. I think Katipunero yata yung caption nung shot. And yeah, you can see like the elements. They tell a story. Like it makes you think about what situation that could have been. And in terms of composition, I feel that like the barrel of the gun is still a little bit too low, but I like how off it feels because um right, you get that feeling of unease. Now, with adherence to theme, I mean it's great, but at the same time, for me, it feels na you're also sending a terrifying, uh, terrifying past, you know. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly about what I feel about this photo, but in terms of uh, technical aspects, I would have changed a little bit more in the composition. Maybe have it off to one side. That would have been, yeah, better in terms of composition. Yeah. And this one is assigned to me as well. I think uh, it's a street vendor in Quiapo. Adherence to theme, maybe it works as a point of pride, but at the same time it evokes a feeling of a bittersweet feeling, because parang I also believe that uh, we shouldn't have to vilify such poverty. So but in terms of technical aspect, like I like how the story is being told, that people are just moving by, and then you have this man who is steadfast in his probably he wants to support like his family. That's why no matter what, he's going to work as hard as he can. So that is a point of pride. So, you know, saying that, yeah, it's a powerful photo.
Okay. This one, I can relate to this as a Pinoy pride. No, we have Marjeline Dedal, a professional skateboarder who won us medals in the Asian Games and the Sea Games. No, so I had uh the opportunity to shoot her, so I know her. I know about the skateboarding in the Philippines, so I can say this that this is a bit of a Pinoy pride now. No, not I wouldn't say, but still I wouldn't say that it strongly adheres to the theme. It adheres to the theme, but not strongly. With that said, I like the low angle. Okay, it made the jump higher than it was, I'm sure. No, I also shoot sports, and I know that this angle, this presentation made the jump higher than it was in reality. No, I also like the background, even if it's cluttered, even if it's a bit busy. It shows the location, it shows the street, which is very realistic with this sport. No, if you observe this sport, sa kalye talaga to ginagawa ng mga bata, eh. So this is as real as it gets. I like that it's frozen, but it could have, yeah, I'm wondering what shutter speed was used here. Um
It's probably
because
like a three
medyo ano,
300.
yeah, medyo bitin. The focus is a bit off, but uh in sports minsan you can have a bit of, you can be a bit off in the technical aspects for as long as you capture decisive moments. So this is a solid photo for me, not excellent, but very solid, and I like it. So well done, well done. Okay, this one is also assigned to me. Okay. As far as the theme is concerned, yes, pasok siya. This is the Ayuntamiento de Manila. It's found in Intramuros. Okay, it's a beautiful building beside the cathedral. Uh, I'm just not so I'm not a fan of the framing, no. Kasi it's a nice building, eh. It's a nice building. It could have been framed wider. Uh, for me, the emphasis should have been in the building, not on the pedestrians. I like that the pedestrians are there, but they could have just have been accents to the shot. Ang main element sana yung building, kasi yun ang pride natin, eh, yung building na yun. At least how I see it to be, no. The Pinoy pride here is the building. So therefore, yung mga naglalakad pwedeng just to, be an accent to humanize the photo. Okay, so ayun.
Okay, so this one is assigned to me, and yeah, I really love the color and the tones of the shot. You know, it's the exposure is also spot on. Like it's an almost silhouette, and you know, you get this great reflective surface of. I'm assuming this is Taal Lake, and yeah, the foreground element of like the fisherman with the volcano still in the background. That's, yeah, in adherence to theme. I think that's something to be proud of. You know, we get the working person in front, and then like the beauty of nature in the back, and like it's two elements combined that make a really strong photo. So congratulations.
Okay, so this one. Okay, as far as adherence to the theme is concerned, pasok na pasok, no? Mayon volcano. This is the pride of the Philippines. Every Filipino, no? Our natural pride, Mayon volcano, perfect cone. Okay, so pasok sa theme. Now, as for the visual design, um, it's not your usual framing and composition, no? Kasi uh, medyo bias sa right yung leading lines, sa kanan lang. To the left, it's the grass. But I understand showing the grass is also important. So I'm a bit torn, but in the end, I like it because it's fresh. It's something that I don't usually see. It it took me out of my the typical scenes that it presented to me a different take on this type of elements kasi usually makikita mo to yung leading line nitong mini dike will come from left to right or right to left or right smack in the middle, but here it's
May
unbalanced
kurve.
but
Yeah.
it works. Yeah, okay pa rin sa akin.
Mm.
And another comment is this okay, this scene is pretty static, no? Meaning pwede mong balik-balikan 'to, nandiyan lang siya. I wonder if the photographer tried to capture this in better lighting. Kasi as much as the light is soft, medyo flat siya, no? Medyo flat and nakukulangan ako sa kulay. I wonder if it was just a one-time opportunity or puwedeng binalikan niya. Kasi one lesson or one tip I can give you guys is if you're shooting a scene that you can come back to, balik-balikan niyo. Different times of the day, different light, different weather conditions, and then choose the best one in the end. But I like this photo. It's soft, it's calm, it's relaxing, and again, the presentation is fresh.
This one is assigned to me. So I think I'm pretty familiar with like this type of lens na ginamit. So I think this is like an 85. But it's probably yeah, like yeah. In terms of mastery of the use of the camera, yeah, it's great. Like technically, you got the right moment, and it's the decisive moment. It's just like right when he has his hands right on the basket, and you can see that everyone's expressions tell a different story for their own situation, which is good. They were able to freeze the action very well, and yeah, uh, great. And so I think it's also it's a cultural sport, you know, basketball in the provincia. So I guess it's part of thematically, I think pwede pa rin. So yeah, great shot.
Okay, okay. Balot. Okay. Pinoy pride, definitely. Okay. It's world known, no? Kilalang kilala around the world, the balot. Okay, so pasok na pasok sa theme. However, I would have wanted a different presentation and also different lighting. No? The photographer could have, shot this with a story, no? Yung kinakain ng tao in the street, no? Pwedeng sinetap niya na yun eh. It wasn't against the rules, no? He could have
Mm.
chosen a nice afternoon with warm light, no? With a vendor and the buyer eating the balot. So, mas na-humanize, nagkaroon ng storya yung balot as opposed to just putting it here like this with artificial light, no? It didn't give it justice. So, yun, maganda yung element. But as I mentioned earlier, you could have created a story out of this. Yun. Sinetap mo na rin naman eh. Binili mo siya, pinatong mo dyan. You could have exerted more effort and created a street scene with it. Nice light, two people, one seller, one buyer. And, there could have been a whole story behind it.
Okay, so I think we need to wait for Sir Wesley to
Yeah, like the
there you
internet
go.
is
Yeah.
spotty.
Hello, Sir Wes.
Can
Are
you
you
guys?
there? Yeah.
Yeah, but my screen is frozen all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
You can refresh, sir, so that you can go back here in
Oh,
the stream. Yeah.
okay, I'm
So
gonna
we'll
try
just
and
wait.
read.
Yeah. Hello, Sir Aaron.
Yeah, I would like to encourage our viewers to start ask questions through comment section because after the critic we will open the this portion to our viewers who would like to ask questions to our judges. So since we're waiting for Wesley, so start already composing questions and write it down at the comment section. So we will read it and siguro Jeff later you read it para sa para ma-relay
Yes, sir.
sa ating mga judges yung mga
Yes.
questions ng ating viewers. All right.
Yes.
So bumalik na ba si Wes?
We're just still waiting for Sir Wes. So,
Oo.
guys, again, put your questions in our comment section.
Yan. Oo.
Bibigyan natin yan later if pasok pa sa time. And
Oo,
ang dami
pasok
niyong
na pasok.
question, daming magagandang question talaga. And sana may mga
Oo.
natututunan din kayo from the photos that we're flashing right now, no. So actually ako rin, marami akong natututunan. So nandito
Good,
na si
good,
Sir
good.
Wes. Nandito na si
Ayan.
Sir
So,
Wes. So we can go back.
Wes?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Like I don't know what happened. Like
It's okay, sir.
okay, yeah. So this was assigned to me. Yeah. Very powerful image. I like the dynamism of the shot. In terms of visual weight, like, I really like the use of like the powder to create the movement, and having been able to freeze that moment. Yeah, it's really good. So I'm not sure who the ballerina is. I'm sure she, like, if if I knew, then it would be like you know maybe she's like a top ballerina in the Philippines, so it would fit into the theme. But yeah, in terms of technicality and lighting, I love how soft everything is, and it's technically perfect. So well done. Yeah, this one is also assigned to me, and yeah, what can I say? It's pretty much like the poster photo for like what Filipino pride would be. So if in terms of sending the message, it's quite literal in that communication. The use of the Dutch angle like throws me off a little bit. Like it just feels the lines are a little bit off balance. So um, yeah, I think I would have tweaked it a little better by maybe straightening it out a little bit more. And but in terms of tone, color, I like the overall tonal values. You get a little bit of uh, everything across the board, like from shadows, mid tones, and the highlights. So yeah, technically, yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. So this one. Starting off with the theme. Okay. I'm not familiar with this location, but hey, if it's the pride of that locality, then okay. That's fine. Um, however, uh, it's not a compelling shot to me. No, there's nothing very unique, nothing very dynamic. Okay, it's also static. No, um, we could have maybe added people, a wider angle. We could have shot this in a uh, better weather. You know, it's a nice solid shot, but it doesn't grab my attention. Doesn't grab my attention. Okay, next one. Okay, Just like the balut, okay, you could have done something here, no? This is a group shot of beauty queens, and yeah, pasok siya sa theme kasi we are known for our beautiful ladies. We're known for winning a lot of beauty pageants. So that's our pride here in the country. However, half of the frame is the ceiling. Uh, it's a group shot. It's a snapshot. It was an easy shot, no. Uh, you could have just chosen one and worked with her to create beautiful portraits, no. Work with the light. Go to a different location in the building to get a better background. So, but not like this. Not like an easy group shot. No, it's it's not special and it doesn't command attention. Also because there's no main subject. Parang ang dami mo. The main subject is the group, but you're showing as a group, not individual person. I would have preferred one, two, or even three, even just three of them. Okay, next one.
This is assigned to me. Then. So yeah, in terms of the technicalities, I think it still lacks a little bit of you know contrast. If you ask me, I like the tones. I'm not sure if this would be fit for the theme that we're working with. Maybe, but I just don't get like the message immediately about Pinoy pride. Yeah. So if it was just like a regular not na the landscape shot, then sure. But for me, uh, yeah, it doesn't really stand out so much. But yeah, it's a good effort on the photographer's part. Also, because I'm not really so sure about the composition. It really feels really tight on the lower left portion. So I would have just included either more water, because I think the subject is, I mean, the subject's the fisherman. Um, yeah, this one is assigned to me also. I think they're mga OFW workers. In terms of composition, I like the composition. I like the use of light and the reflections of the floor. Uh, I like also that it's a silhouette, so you're also suggesting that anyone could be that OFW hero, but like there's really nothing to me that indicates that is it really an OFW. It could be any other person. So I guess with this, the caption made all the difference in telling that story. But otherwise, if we just talk on merits of the shot, then yeah, I like how the frame is split in half between light and dark. So there's plenty of uh, design elements in the photos to take a look at. You have a heavy sense of visual weight here coming in from the right, so it leads your eye from left to right. Yeah. So yeah, it's quite a pleasing photo to look at. The motocross. So in terms of framing, I wish that you could have just cropped in a little bit more and showed more of, uh, yeah, just a little bit more of detail on the motorcycle. I think like all the other elements on the left, um, I think if you just framed the motorcycle a little bit more to the left, it would have been a better shot. Uh, but with that said, I mean, like, kudos on grabbing the action because that's actually quite difficult to get, like especially with a longer lens. I think you weren't really using a long lens for this one though. So I also think that there could have been a little bit more like saturation, saturation in the shot. Oh, no, so sorry about that. Okay. Uh, so for the next one, it's Django Bustamante. So everyone knows who he is. Like quite a face of Pinoy pride right there. But what I really love about this shot is also like the opponent. I mean, if you just look at the look of dismay on his face upon meeting like a uh, legendary billiards player such as him, you know, and obviously in this shot you would know that he's winning. So it's a great action shot that tells a story. So yeah, congrats.
Ang ganda din ng ilaw dun sa ano, yung lamp sa likod. Oh.
Yeah, perfect lighting.
Yeah, I don't know if it was intentional or not, pero ganda na napasama siya.
Mm.
Are you done, Wes? Next one?
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
photo?
next one. Yeah. I think this is was this assigned to you or me?
I think Sir Jijo lost the connection. So it's not. Yeah. So let's wait for Sir Jijo first. So, Sir Jijo is reconnecting. Hi, Sir Aaron.
Yes, so Wes, based doon sa mga yung mga past yung na daanan na natin mga images, may mga ano ka ba, may mga additional thoughts ka ba, or do you have any well, I don't know, comments on
Oh yeah,
on
yeah. I mean, like I have my own comments also on like the other images that Jijo was assigned to. So
oo.
we could
Um
we could go over those for a bit while like he's not there.
oo. Meron ka bang mga favorites doon? Would you like to describe it so that Jeff can, get back on those images? Meron ka bang mga somehow parang, uy, gusto ko to. Parang ganon. Medyo maganda-ganda rin tong
Yeah. Let's
images
Well,
na
pick
to.
one, Sir
I think
West.
it was
Let's
like
pick
the
one
second.
since nandito na si Sir Jijo. So we finish first your favorite. I think
Oh yeah,
insightful.
sure. So well, I really like the I think the second one that was the landscape photo. That was like yeah, and that one is really nice in terms of like composition, everything. It's really amazing. Ang lang so yeah, did you yeah, so
Yeah,
there
sir.
that would
Naputol. Yeah.
oh okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying, sorry, naputol lang yun. All right, okay lang.
I would actually love to go and like go there and like see that location because that's really a great shot. It really stood out. Like you know, you
Cinematic.
get this
Yeah.
mystery, cinematic
Hmm.
feel.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay. So
okay,
All
yeah.
right.
Next,
Oh,
back to you. Joe.
okay, go back to Jijo. Jijo, kasi while you're refreshing the system, kumuha rin kami ng mga opinions from Wesley sa mga images na na-assign sa'yo, yung mga thoughts niya, ganon. So, anyway, go back to you, Jijo, for your...
Okay. All right. Test lang. Can you guys hear
yeah,
me?
we can hear
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
sir.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking at a photo of Paraos, no? Ayan, pasok na pasok 'yan sa theme, 'di ba? Pride and Joy, the Philippines. Paraos of Boracay. So adherence to the theme very strong. Now, medyo na ano lang eh, na overexpose yung na blow out yung sky, no? Um this shot could have been just a silhouette. It would have been more powerful, no? To
Mm.
the photographer who took this, I don't know why the sky blew out. Maybe you were trying to show the detail of the parao, so you increase exposure a bit. You blew out the sky to show the details of the sail. However, this shot could have just been a silhouette, and it would have still been powerful.
I think it would have
So
been better.
with that, yeah, it would with that, what I'm trying to say is kung binaba mo yung exposure mo dito, pinadilim mo ng konti, you would have gotten more detail in the sky, more deeper colors from the sky,
Yeah,
and
more
the outline of
saturation.
yeah, yeah, the outline of the paraos would have been enough, you know. I also don't know what lens you were using, but maybe you could have zoomed in a bit, just a bit, not too tight. So, yun lang, yun lang. If with the right exposure, this photo could have been much, much better. Next one.
This one I think
Wesley
is
po,
a
Wesley.
photo of like a I think beauty queen to, no? So yeah, I like the overall framing and composition. Uh, it makes you want to go look further, but I think yeah, sana it was actually a little bit closer so I could see like the like what the subject looks like. I want to see her face. Like I'm a portraits kind of guy, so I really like to see faces. So I mean, it would have been more of a point of pride than showing that pride when you show like the beauty queen's face. But in terms of an environmental portrait, uh, actually I can't even say that it's a portrait. Like in just like an environmental photo there. Yeah, it's I like the reflection on the floor, so it adds a balance to the shot. But yeah, yun lang. My only comment really is I wish I could just see the face of like your subject.
Okay, there. This one is assigned to me. Okay. This uh this photo is almost perfect to me, no, except for some minor flaws, no. But again, my own volcano, Pinoy pride. This time with the lava at the crater, which is an icing on the cake, no.
Hmm.
I love the presentation with the coconut trees. Maliit lang yung Mayon volcano. The frame is dominated by the coconut trees, but still, it's Mayon. It's the main subject, so it works for me.
Yeah.
Maganda sana kung nakahuli ka ng shooting star dito, diyan sa gitna,
Mm.
or
Or a
a
moon.
plane, or yeah, or
Like a
maybe a
moon.
moon. Yeah, maybe
Mm.
a moon. But I think that's asking too much. No? I'm
Yeah.
curious what that is on the lower right. No,
I think it's a
medyo look.
parang dun sa frame, like on the frame, like a corner of the
Uh,
frame. I think there's some I like foliage or whatnot, maybe
Hindi,
grass.
parang lumiwanag siya. Parang lumiwanag siya.
Um,
Um,
yeah, I think it's
I'm
foliage
just
na nailawan.
yeah. Well, anyway, nice photo. Nice mood, nice color. I love the touch on the lava. The crater or the tip of Mayon sits in between two coconut trees. It's framed right there, so I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I noticed those things. I've shot Mayon many many times, and I can say that this presentation is quite fresh. No, not the first one I've seen, but still fresh, and it really works. Now, one thing I wanna say about Mayon is when you're not sure how to frame it, lagay mo lang sa gitna. Lagay mo
Mm.
lang siya sa gitna, and you can't go wrong. However, the photographer here was bold enough to put it on the left
Yeah,
with the
I like that it
city
was
of
changed, from the normal. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And it complemented the right
especially.
because the city of Legazpi is there, no? The lights
Yeah.
of the city is there. So it works for me. I'm wondering what lens was used here. Parang fish eye eh, pero hindi rin ako sure
It,
eh.
it,
But yeah, it's
it's like
very nice.
14. Parang 14.
Yeah, it's very nice. Ticks all the boxes for me. So congratulations to the photographer.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. Again, it's assigned to me. All right. It's a nice street scene, no? I like the mood. Lots of nice shadows, and um it's bright at the right places. I love the touch of the torch cooking the barbecue. No, it's nice, no? Up close, personal, intimate. The people at the back are a bit, distracting, but it's understandable because it's a street scene. But then again, just like a few other entries in the contest, I'm questioning the adherence to the theme here. Is Sorry, pardon me, pero I don't see it as a Pinoy pride
Right.
uh
Mm.
scene, no? Or kung isaw 'yan or ano pa ba, tokneneng, yung mga popular street foods natin, then okay, gets ko 'yun. But this one, in fact, when I saw it
Is
first,
inaano niya lang yung coals
akal
eh. Di ba?
akala ko nasa Taiwan, eh.
Mm. Yeah.
Akala ko so
Mm.
hindi siya masyadong pasok sa akin sa theme, but everything else works. I like the light and the shadows, I like the presentation, the intimate, the intimate touch, I like it. Yun lang sa theme, parang sumablay siya sa akin. Okay, so I think this is the last photo for me, no? Again, it's a photo of a bird, and pardon me, but I I don't see the theme. It could very well be a popular bird or endemic to the Philippines, but I don't know that, no. And one thing you need to
Context, I
accept
think,
with
would be
contest
better.
photography is the theme is subject to the interpretation of the judge. So kailangan kitang-kita yung theme mo dun sa litrato. I don't see it here, no, the theme, but just the same, it's a beautiful shot, very clean, no? I like the colors. I like the colors. I like
I even
that
like the
there's
orange
catch
thing.
light. Yeah, yeah. I like that there's a catch light on the bird's eye. I like the framing. Very clean, very clean. So as far as bird photography is concerned, this is very good. This is very good. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. Jijo, meron pa tayong dalawa pa na I think si Jeff would like to project.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, sir. We
Bago
have
to.
Ah,
additional two that
yeah.
All right.
we're
Okay.
adding.
Two
So
more,
we have
yeah.
this one
Okay.
photo and also one photo after this one. So then that's the end of the photo critic segment. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So,
Okay.
You can
I
give
can take this
both
one.
of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like number one, I'm really liking the colors. It's very bold and vibrant, and it's not it's not super saturated, but just saturated enough. In terms of framing, I wish it could just been a little bit wider to include like a little bit more of the left person, and then uh, yeah, I love the tones of the shot, and great job. And like I think this was shot with a 35 50 mm like lens, I think.
Yes, you're right. You're right, sir. Wes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so yep, great shot. I really like how the it's all saturated.
Yeah. Sir Gijo, you have
Yeah.
any?
I agree with Wesley. I love the colors. I love the colors. It presents the jeepney in a positive and exciting way, no? Parang kung hindi ka pa nakasakay sa jeep tapos sinabi sa'yo na jeepney 'to, you would wanna go inside one and try it out 'no, kung ganyan na makikita mo sa loob 'no. It's, para siyang theme park ride, eh, yung ang nangyari 'di ba? So, what I said, that's the story already behind the photo, at least how I saw it 'no. I also agree with Wesley about the framing. A wider framing could have been better. Uh, I use the 28 a lot when I do street photography, and a 28 would have been perfect here. It would have shown almost the whole jeepney, the interior of the jeepney. It would have shown more depth, more people. So ayun, 28 mm. I love the colors. I especially love the color. Medyo right heavy siya, eh. The colors on the phone and the color on the man's face. The man after this one, the closest to the camera is a lady. The next one is a man. Yung kulay dito sa pisngi niya, ang ganda ng bagsak. So yeah, I love it. I love it. Pinoy pride, yeah, yeah. If you look at the jeepney in a positive way, it's still Pinoy pride, no? Madami nagrereklamo, palitan na daw, i-phase out na daw, but it's unique around the world. So I'd still call it Pinoy pride, the jeepney. Very nice.
So this is the last photo, sir. Who wants to go first? So I think Sir Jijo first, no? So
Okay. Okay. Sige. Tricycle. Okay, yan. Pinoy pride din yan. Again, it's not unique to us, no? There are other versions around the world, but yeah, I can see that it's Pinoy pride. Um, I would have, if I was shooting this, I would have chosen a different tricycle, maybe one that had more color.
More color.
Um, yeah, more color. Uh, I would have tried panning, maybe more color and panning, as opposed to a static shot. It would have been nice if there was a human that is shown, may tao. Hindi ko, of course, may tao yan, may nagda-drive, pero hindi mo siya mapansin. The choice of the location is a bit, it leaves me wanting more kasi parang uh, it's ordinary. Yeah, I know it's rural, coconut trees, but
It's a bit of a snapshot
maybe,
for me. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. Ibig ko sabihin, I'm sure there are other locations in this area that could have been better. Maybe uh, a field or a bridge, or
I
maybe
think
even crossing a
if
shallow
I
river.
add depth, yeah, kung may mas made depth in the shot, it would have
Oh
been more
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, ayun. So your turn, Wes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree completely with everything that you said. Yeah. I think we just compose it a little differently and like add a little bit more depth into the image. It would have been a more compelling photo. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure like if this was like a post processed heavily or what. Pero kung nag-post na rin, might as well have taken out like the really
Oh,
distracting
cables.
cables. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and parang I think I would have just filled up the frame. Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
just like made it all
If
like uniform, all foliage and road, rather than try to get
yeah.
a little bit of like the overcast sky.
Oh yeah. If you guys notice, but while looking at the photo, we're also thinking, no. Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina early on na it it stimulates your creativity. It opens your eyes beyond what is obvious. So tinitingnan na namin 'tong litrato na 'to. Napapaisip na kami ni Wesley if we were there, how would we have shot this, no? So yun yung sinasabi ko, gagaling ka by just anchoring a
Yeah,
photo on a theme, joining a contest, ganyan.
I actually learn, like, whenever I'm judging a photo contest, I actually learn something from most of, like, the entries,
Yeah.
like, do's and do nots, and I'm constantly refreshing my take on photography each time, because it's always good to see other people's works, because, like, you're also reminded
Yeah.
by like, you came from that, right?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, you're always learning.
Yeah. Ayun. So,
Okay. So,
Yeah,
Sir Aaron?
I think we're done already with the critic. No, thank you so much, Wes and Gijo, for your insightful thoughts. No, and comments. No, on these entries. However, we are opening this portion or this time na yung ating mga questions. No, coming from our viewers and. Siguro before we open that portion, starting tomorrow and then the succeeding days, no, next week we already start doing the judging. So expect also calls or emails, no, once we already requiring everyone the JPEG unedited or the raw files, no, for verification. No? So wait for our call or emails, no, if you qualified in the elimination round. All right. So Jeff, would you like to help me on the questions, no, written by our
i-add
viewers?
i-add ko lang add ko lang guys, kanina yung street photo na may nagba-barbecue, sabi ko nung una ko siya nakita sabi ko, I would have thought it's in Taiwan. May nag-comment sa live natin, yes, it's in Taiwan. Sabi niya.
So, we're correct.
Okay, so that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Pinoy pride yung theme natin eh, 'di ba? It has to fit the theme. So, ayun, tama yung hinala ko. And then ayun, 50 mm yung sa jeepney. Tama si Wesley. So, thanks for engaging guys. No, we're not here to pull your entries down, hindi we're critiquing them for you guys to learn more and try to do
Yeah,
better next
there's
time.
a question here. Need pa po ba i-edit mga shots niyo, sir, sa third-party apps using that RF lens? Noob questions lang po. Like, if you download, like, if you connect your camera to your phone, like, through EOS utility, and then you, like, so whenever you take a shot, you can either shoot remotely off, like, your phone, because you can use your phone as the viewfinder, like, with your RF, with your R system camera. So yeah, you can still edit with third party apps. Yeah, I usually use Snapseed, just plug in.
So, may tanong dito, isa sa mga kontesero din natin. So, sabi ni Luke Singson, no, good evening po. For an on-the-spot photo contest, what's your take? Is it okay to use artificial lights like flashes? And as a judge, which weighs more? Use of artificial light or just purely natural?
Ayun, binabasa ko din yung comment ni Luke. Good evening, Luke. Thanks for
Yeah,
joining us. Ito magaling na 'to eh. Pwedeng hindi na nanonood 'to eh. Seriously, to answer your question, okay lang, I think. It doesn't matter if you use natural light or artificial. It really depends on the theme and
Rules.
how you execute, no? For example, if the theme anchors on environmental portraits and you shot a person using artificial light, you know, I think everything falls within the what's necessary for the theme. So okay lang 'yun. Okay lang 'yun. I wouldn't say it will only work against it pag ano, I don't know, landscape ginamitan mo ng artificial light, medyo tricky 'yon, parang gano'n, no. So but sa quick answer to your question, okay lang, okay lang. On the spot photo contest. Make sure the rules also allow it.
Yeah, just
Minsan
follow the
kahit maganda
rules.
yung litrato, yeah.
Yeah.
Minsan kahit maganda yung litrato but it violates the rules, ay mahirap. Hindi natin pwedeng bigyan ng mataas na score yan.
Actually, that's a nice take.
Oh, yeah, for
Yes.
me, it's fine to use artificial light. You also have artificial light in the form of constant lighting with lamps anyway. So a natural light, like, or a mix of light, it's still light. So for me, any use of light is allowed as long as you follow the rules of the contest. If the rules specifically state like no studio lighting or what, then you should be using like strobes, right? Or staged light. But you can always have your uh, own lights if it's allowed.
Ang dami magandang comments saka questions.
So meron tayo dito sir for ano naman no for sports photography naman no. I think specifically for sports. So sabi ni May, when do you decide to crop and when do you keep the background to help with the composition? I think we have a sample photo earlier with the motocross. So yeah, this is the question.
Okay. Si ano nagtanong nito eh.
May Ignacio.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So thanks for your question. Cropping is to me it's largely, not entirely, no, but it's largely, I would say 80% taste in sports, no. Taste 'yan. Kasi I've been shooting sports for over 15 years and one thing I've learned early on, or at least as I gained experience, is that cropping is there's no rule. There's no rule in cropping in sports. Uh Let your eyes be the judge. Let your eyes be the judge. It's really your taste. I personally like tight shots most of the time, 80-90% of the time. But if you look at my recent FIBA works, I have a good number of wide shots, no? Sport shots, basketball taken with the 24 mm. So there's really no rule. It's subject to taste. However, what you should watch out for is once your once your action, kasi sports yan, di ba? And you're shooting action. Once the action that you captured starts getting diluted, yung parang humihina na yung power niya, chances are your crop is too wide. Baka gusto mong i-crop pa ng tighter. No? So let's say, ang ganda ng moment na nakuha mo, pero parang humihina siya, nawawala yung value, nababawasan yung value. Baka masyado ng wide yung cropping mo. On the other hand, pag yung litrato mo naman parang hindi na makahinga, you're gonna feel this, there's no room to breathe. Parang it's so cramped. You feel like there's no room for the athlete or the person to move into. Then chances are your framing is too tight. My tip for you is to develop your taste for cropping. Try different crops and choose the one that works for you. Hindi kailangan napapaliwanag yan. Basta maganda sa mata mo, yun na yun. Yun na yun.
Okay, I think thank you sir Jijo no. Do you have anything sir Wes to add on
And
in terms of
as
cropping?
long as yeah, with regard to cropping, as long as the elements that you have in the background tell a story to like however it relates to your main subject, then try to tell as much of that story. Yan. But if it's unnecessary, I don't mind cropping out unnecessary elements. So again, it's a taste and parang storytelling thing for you as a sports photographer and how you want to compose the shot. But I think that would be, as long as may i-contribute yung nasa likod, wag mo siyang i-crop.
Okay. So thank you Sir Jijo and Sir Wes. No, I think I'll pick the last question since we're almost in our last stretch for our time. So I think this is to wrap up our the whole thing that we're doing right now, which is shooting in an RF lens. No, we have a question here from Mark Sebastian. Sabi Idol Gijo and also Sir Wesley. I think you can also compare the difference of the EF to RF. No, sabi niya dito, malayo ba ang difference ng image quality ng EF and RF? So I think let's start with Sir Gijo first since it was
Yeah,
addressed.
okay. Again, hindi ko nilalaglang ang EF lens, no? Diyan ako nagsimula. I used it for ever since, from the beginning up until about 3 years ago when the RF line started growing, no? Pero malayo na, malayo na. The sharpness for one, who doesn't love sharp photos? Malayo na eh. Yung mga zoom lenses ng RF, mas matalas pa sa mga prime ng EF, sa sharpness. The contrast of the lenses. I find myself editing my photos less and less because of the RF lenses, which is good for me, no? Kasi as a sports photographer, in one shoot, I end up with hundreds and thousands or thousands of photos. Eh. I don't have time to edit all of those, no. So sa akin, pag nakukuha na yung contrast, yung kulay na maganda ng lente, I love it. And then you have the communication of the body and the lens, no. Mabilis, mabilis. That's why if you notice all Canon bodies now, the R series, they're all fast. Wala nang camera ang Canon ngayon na mabagal. Wala na. Dati, o pag sports, eto dapat ang bibilin mo, wag kang bibili nito. Ganyan, kasi mabagal yan. Wala nang ganun ngayon. Because of the technology, the mirrorless technology of the Canon R line, and then with the RF lenses, the communication of the lens and the body is so fast. All of our cameras are fast now. So malayo na. The quick answer is malayo na talaga.
Okay. So for Sir Wesley, in terms of
Si Wes
advert,
naman.
Well, I mean, for me, I still say that RF is superior in every way. But kasi I want to also clarify then that the EF lenses are really really good. Okay. But what helps you create a better image with the RF lenses, what gives you a superior advantage is I think the build. It's lightweight. It's not as tiring to carry. So you're not tired when you're shooting. You'll always get like a better shot. The sharpness, like the resolving power of the glass, it's really much sharper. It's
I think
your image quality is really really good.
yeah.
So yeah, definitely the RF lenses have like a definite edge over the EF lenses. Not to say that but I still love my EF lenses. Hindi ko pa sila pwedeng iwan. Siguro si Jijo naka-move on na, pero ako hindi pa rin.
Nasa parting gift para si Sir Wesley.
Guys,
I love my EF lenses. Yeah.
yeah, sabi kasi ni Jeff last night, but before we end the session, I was looking through the comments and I'm happy to see that a lot appreciated the critique. I think that's the right attitude. When people critique your photos, especially those who are qualified to critique photos, wag kayo sensitive. Wag kayo sensitive. Hindi
Yeah, take
tinitira yung
whatever you can
pagkatao
learn.
niyo. Yeah. Yung litrato lang. We're just talking about one photo, and we're here not to pull you down. In fact, we're pulling you up. We're helping you. And ito, sana daw maging regular yung mga ganitong sessions natin. So, Canon, paano ba 'yan? Dalasan natin dito.
Yeah, game. I'm so
Oo.
down to do it. I love doing this
Oo,
stuff.
dalasan natin yung mga actually yeah, there's so much to learn talaga. Critiquing, showing photos, tapos answering questions. So much learning, so much learning. I congratulate everyone who's here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
All right.
I'm really grateful to everyone here for like having me, and thank you also for all of the viewers who took the time also to watch a couple of old geezers like us talk about photography.
hindi
So
naman, sir.
thank
Hindi naman nagkakalayo lahat ng nasa.
Ayan. I know we have so many questions no sa comment sections, but of course we really have to end our session, but I would like to thank no Jijo and Wesley no for giving their no yung mga thoughts to improve and enhance. That's the objective naman, is to improve and enhance your creativity in photography. And of course I would like to thank Jeff for assisting me no sa pag-raise ng mga questions ng ating mga viewers. But before we end no, let's hear it again no from our masters no, yung inspirational messages no. So who would like to go first? Jijo or Wesley? For the inspiring
you
messages to
na
our
lang.
participants. All right, sige Wesley. All right.
Yeah. So again, like thank you for being part of this talk, and my word of advice to you guys would be, it's always better to keep on shooting and learning, and you only really learn through your failures. Whenever you have a great and successful image, don't try to hold on and stick to that style. Always be prepared to take things further, take more risks with your work, and don't be afraid to fail. And join contests. It's a great way to learn from other people. You get to see uh, the techniques of everyone, and you can also learn those techniques and make them your own as well. So and don't be afraid to yeah, take the shot.
Okay. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us tonight. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you took our critiques constructively. For me, first and foremost, enjoy your photography before the pressure or sets in, before wanting to be a professional, or before wanting to improve. Start with enjoying your craft, kasi pag nag-enjoy kayo sa ginagawa nyo, mas madaling gumaling, kasi madalas mo gagawin dahil enjoy, di ba? So it's very important that you enjoy your photography. Now, again, to reiterate, I have nothing against having a favorite genre. No, if you like portraits, fine. If you like landscapes, fine. If you like sports, it's fine. But every now and then, push your boundaries. No, shoot outside of your comfort zone, and challenge yourself. That way, you learn. You learn more than what you would by just staying in one genre. You can always go back to your favorite, or keep doing it more, but every now and then, push your boundaries. And then, as far as gear is concerned, these are your tools for photography. I invite you to look into our Canon line. We have a lot of exciting products for you. This past 2 years have been amazing for us. Our cameras, our lenses have been fantastic and really, really superb. Um, Attend our events, no? And um, oftentimes you'll get to try our gear, no? Hindi nyo man mabili kaagad, masubukan nyo, di ba? At least you can plan for it. I also want to take this chance to invite everyone. There's no official announcement yet, but there's a big uh, contest photography event happening next month. That's called the Camera House Photo Olympics. Please stay tuned for more Canon announcements about that. Um, Those of you who have joined us in the past, you know how fun this event is. So stand by for more updates and announcements. So Camera House Photo Olympics, Team Canon tayo, Team Canon. So stay tuned for that.
All right. Thank you so much, Jijo. And we end our session with good news to our viewers. No, we have store promos, discounts, and freebies. No, may we call on Canon's assistant manager for camera division for the closing remark, Mr. Ace Porlet. Ace.
So good evening. Thank you, Aaron, Sir Jijo, Sir Wesley. Thank you. To everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you. Just stay tuned on the Canon page, no, to see the list of winners and finalists for the contest. Okay, so just to echo the promos that was shared earlier by my colleague JV. So again, the RF lenses are on 6 months 0% interest right now. So you can go to your nearest Canon store, or maybe you can also shop online via our flagship stores. So you can check out the RF 1535, RF 2470. You also have RF 135 and you also have RF 70 to 200, and all the wide range of RF lenses of Canon. Okay, so we also have, of course, our holiday promotion. So we just kick off our holiday promotions with some great and awesome promos for the cameras. Now I'll pick maybe two of the of the cameras that we have right now. The R8 and RP. It comes with the free RF 50mm 1.8. So if you buy the body, it comes with the lens already, so you're good to go for your photography. And of course, we also have our APS-C cameras, the R10, the R50, the R100, and the R7. Yep. And of course, before we end, no, I just want to echo as well this statement also from Canon Marketing Philippines, that we have been continuously exerting different efforts to support the APR, or the Extended Producer Responsibility Law in the country. Basically, this includes proper and effective recovery, treatment, recycling, and disposal of residual plastics from our products, and adopting the new ways to improve plastic recyclability and reusability. Basically, this is our simple way of helping to preserve the environment and to delight the next generation of Canon customers. So again, thank you for joining us this evening, and we'll see you again in the next Canon talks, and maybe Canon workshops, and maybe more Canon events face to face later on. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ace. And again, as I mentioned, always visit Canon PH Facebook page for to update you on the latest promos, discounts, freebies, and events and workshops. So I would like to say, nako, nalulungkot ako, but of course we will see each other. Thank you to all our viewers now of Canon Talks. So see each other in the coming episodes and workshops. So good night to everyone, and God bless. Goodbye.